What's up, Gemini? Welcome back to Everyday Oracle, back to inspire you. I have promised a little short pick a card reading. Since this is a general reading, this is meant to be like an extension to the reading that I did this morning called The Sun, the Emperor, and the Empress. If you haven't seen that video for you, please check it out because your future looks great. I mean, we had 13 major arcana, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, that reading was good. But to make it a little more specific, I want to do a three card, pick a card reading, real short. This is the one that I got for myself because I am a Gemini Sun, Gemini Venus. So I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, where I got the unicorn. I'm going to read you a little bit of that since it's for the collective. I got the horse. I think that's great because that's my Chinese zodiac, and that is, it made me think of the unicorn. And then number 8, infinity, stability from the sea turtle. And it all kind of ties together because, yes, the unicorn card talks about divinity, it talks about what we may consider God. Let me just read it from the book so I don't chop it up. The unicorn, it says reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see. Let me show you. It says it's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our unwavering or our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it female? Is it male? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows that there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for answers. It's funny when I read that last sentence because every time I cry in the last year or so, I told myself, that's why they taught us that unicorn tears are magical. And that's what I tell myself. I am a unicorn. So thus, my tears are magical. I've actually collected tears. Anyway, the unicorn and the sixth chakra. It is no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it is to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and the present, while this third eye peers into the future. So for sure, like the other reading and all my readings say, we are having a major energetic shift switching into the age of Aquarius, and I believe a lot of us have awoken to our inner self, higher self. The horse card asks, you are being guided to break free from the chaos and confusion of life. Take action and expand into your new journey, creating balance of the mind, body, and soul. There are new and exciting opportunities waiting for you. All you must do is take the first steps towards them. As I spoke earlier, that is what the age of Aquarius is calling us all to do, to balance our inner masculine, our inner feminine, our right and left brain to create the real twin flame balance. Because, male and feminine, this is how we nurture our inner child. We have to become childlike. What they say in the Bible, no one enters the gate, and yes, he is childlike. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual, always have been, and that is the thing, recognizing that you are a part of the living God and that you have the power to command and dictate your future. Create freedom, elegance, and strength. And although you are oh so powerful because you are a piece of the divine, I love this card because it's so innocent. It is, again, going back to our childlike nature, number 8 card. You see how that sea turtle is just holding the babe, holding the child? That's how, Spirit holds us, guides us. Just trust everything will be stable. Stability is on the way, Gemini. If it hasn't been there, or you had a rocky few years like me, trust that our time is now, baby. Stepping into the air element of Aquarius, Gemini specifically. So harness your inner power, baby. That's why you've been going through it, so that you can help others get through it. That's why I'm here. Ride the sea turtle. And then I just was reminded that every sea turtle was based off of the moon cycles, the feminine aspect. There's 13 full moons in a calendar year. Every sea turtle has 13 little spots on their shell. And I found that fun fact out last year, to the point where every time I see a sea turtle now, I'm counting counting the spots on their shell, and every time it is 13, just like we got 13 major arcana in our reading. Again, go check that out. All right, I'm gonna pause the video real quick as well, you know what? Quick reshuffle. I'm not even gonna pause. Bear with me. Quick reshuffle. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to make these quick little pals. Alright. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then boop. 1, 2, 3. This one, we're just going to do like this. One time for your mind, one time for your mind. Alright. 1, 2, 3, and last but not least, all right. I will do my best to timestamp these in the description box or comment. 1, 2, 3. Simple like that. Simple like that. But don't forget, it don't get much better than the sun. These were all these cards. You see how thick this is? This is all from the reading that I did earlier. All great cards from the Sun, the Empress, the Emperor, the Magician, Justice. You definitely gotta go back to that. The Fool. All of that came out. The Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. You got a great future ahead of you. I know you already knew that, but I'm here to remind you just how powerful you are, because I aim to inspire, baby. So, these are the crystals that I'm going to energetically infuse. I want you to not just go with your favorite number or any of that. I want you to actually look at these crystals. We got the heart. They're all tiger's eye. So this one is the heart. This is going to represent pile 1. The sphere, tiger's eye, 1. So you're picking the crystal that you're most drawn to. I'm trying to get the light on it. Oh, there we go. A little bit. The sphere. Or do you want the magic wand? Alright. Going with number 1. Starting here. You got being reciprocal. Reciprocity. I always mess that word up. But being reciprocal. Giving and taking. Equal give and take. This makes me think of the Six of Pentacles. Again, something is coming in, a great windfall, but it's also our responsibility to get back to work together like the honeybee. The honeybee is all about spreading pollen and rejuvenating the life, working together, like I said, in unison, being one with the divine. The honeybee, I like that. The sheep, compassionate, gentle, youthful, as I was speaking about earlier. And look how pretty that card is. The sheep, I guess, gets a bad rap, but it says you're being guided to have gratitude for all that is in your life. Begin today to walk your new path. Remove any unproductive relationships and connect with your authentic self. You are a kind and compassionate person who shines brightly. Yes. Yes, you are. Ooh, the lion. Okay, now these cards I'm going to read because it does give you a shadow side and a light side, or whether you're balanced or not. The lion comes up as a fire element. Your fire elements, so I don't know if you're messing with a fire element, which would be Leo, Sag, or Aries, or you are, heavily influenced by fire in your birth chart. But the lion is always a powerful creature, of course, to get. King of the jungle. Let's see what the lion says. If I take too long finding these, okay. The lion. It says patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element, passion, and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by a few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. When you're in balance, you're the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. To bring to balance, daily meditation and friendship. And it's crazy because I already decided I probably will identify with all three of these pals. I would say read them all, or listen to them all, but that was definitely powerful. The honeybee working together. Again, I started this with balancing all of ourselves. Yes. On to pile number 2. The sphere. Alright, we got observation from the peregrine falcon. Number 25, which is 7. I love that. Has the Egyptian symbolism in it. Being the observer. Not getting too caught up in trying to dictate or force our will. We have to go with the flow. You can't beat a river into submission, as they say. You got to ride the wave. Or at least that's going to give you that's going to be more energetically sound for you. Like birds, when they fly, they don't force themselves. They glide with the current. They use the air and the currents to help them preserve energy. Observation. Paying attention to synchronicities, paying attention to those around you, cooperating like the honeybee. That is the point of the age of Aquarius. Observation. Let's see. Ooh, you got the whale. It says agility, imagination, intuition. You're being guided to focus on emotional stability and listen to your inner guidance. The time has come for you to jump into action and to go after what you desire. Be playful and splash in the waters of your life, creating new waves of abundance for you and others to enjoy. As soon as I heard playful, of course, I thought be childlike, Again, that is so important. The snake. Immediately I thought of encompassing the world. Look at that. But that's the flower of life, being whole, being a circle, 360 degrees of knowledge. I love it. Let's read it from the book. Now the snake comes up as the earth element. And it says, you are the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Ooh. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, our creative life force, lives dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true to you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened and untapped potential within you. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. When in balance, prosperous, creative, charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things. To bring into balance, Kundalini yoga or meditation. Ooh, so that's all about bringing that creative life force from the base of the spine up through the chakras and into the third eye, the pineal gland. That's the incense that I got burning right now, the third eye. Again, more confirmation that we are being asked to step into our spiritual aspects, activate that ancient knowledge within our DNA, and become our whole selves, our 360-degree power. Powerful. Okay. For the last power, we're going to go with the sacred ibis bird. All about learning. See? Tapping into and learning. Again, that ancient wisdom that is within, dormant in our DNA, as long as we step through powerfully and activate it. Number 22, it's a prime number, divine number. Ibis bird is all about learning. I mean, that was the symbol for the ancient Thoth, I believe you say his name, but the person accredited for the emerald tablets. And there is a reader online that I've been listening to lately talking about the return of the ancient Kemetic gods and how they basically are living through us and need us to awaken so that they can use us to, again, activate their powers. I don't know why I'm thinking about it, but I did watch her yesterday, and she suggested that everybody go back and watch The Mummy, the first one. All about Imhotep. Now, of course, don't look at the imagery per se. I mean, don't take it for face value, everything that's said, but it's all about maybe reactivating something within us by watching it. I know I love all the Mummy movies, so you don't need to talk me into it, but I know people who say they don't like it because, the people aren't African. Let's keep it real. And we know that Egypt is in Africa, but let's not debate on the small stuff because we are all spirits first. Our egos are what trap us here. We are ascending in the age of Aquarius. So the hummingbird, beautiful. It says confidence, motion, adventure. You are being guided to be grateful of the many relationships within your life, including the one you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change in your life. Expand and stretch yourself in many ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. I promise you. Ooh, that's so empowering because, I got a few wonderful relationships in my life right now. I'm always gravitating towards people that I can learn from. That is the point. And they say that everyone is a mirror of ourselves. I noticed after I got my heart broke with my twin, it seems like Spirit ushered me in someone that mirrored myself, meaning my insecurities. I probably would be married if I didn't have, to deal, well, I don't want to say to deal with, but the people tell me that I can be a little bit aloof or detached. They never use the word aloof, but my detachment recently is causing an issue in my current relationship because I don't think he understands when I say that I'm detached because I know I have faith in spirit now. I know that I will be heading in the right direction as long as I keep following the synchronicities, following my heart. I don't need labels. I don't need to be tied down. I don't need to conform to things that aren't for my greater good. And if it's for my greater good, it'll always be there. It's not going to try to stifle me or hurt me or limit me or turn its back on me, or I don't have any abandonment issues. I'm working through those things. So when I see them mirrored in someone else, that makes me want to pull, not necessarily pull back, but I notice it. I see myself in these people. And I've decided, I don't need any more unhealthy attachments. Healthy attachments, I'm there for all day. But if you tell me, oh, you didn't call me back in enough time, or you're emotionally erratic, if you don't hear from me, I gotta fall back from stuff like that, because that's called codependence. And everybody has to go through their things. But a healthy level of detachment is necessary because we have to love things unconditionally, but we also have to be willing to set them free and let them go. Because if it's not for a greater good, it's not for a greater good. I'm not holding on to anything no more that's not for my greater good. If you are for my greater good, Spirit will make sure that it's known. So again, I certainly am appreciative for all the wonderful relationships that have molded me. And I continue to look forward to grow in harmony. And the last card, the unicorn. And don't get no better. It don't get no more poetic. The synchronicities. I got a poem. Following synchronicities always leads to new epiphanies. Be the observer. And you'll see. You can't force your way into someone's heart. You gotta love them. And they will love you back. But what did the cards say? Most importantly, love yourself unconditionally. And the world will do the same. And with that, Gemini, I'm out. I love you. P.S. If you're still here, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. I mean, the only reason wouldn't be is if you're a hater or a stalker. So support your girl. It's free. Thanks.